All right, they're not just educating future nurses, dentists, and pharmacists. Roseman University is educating us, too. Here with more on their free neighborhood health series, please welcome Dr. Gupta from Roseman University and Stephanie Gherkin from Michael's Angel Paws, and of course, Mika. We can't leave you out, pretty girl. So, Doctor, let me start with you. Tell me about the Neighborhood Health Series.
Sure. It's an excellent way for Roseman University faculty and students to connect with the community. So it's a free service that we provide where I will be talking this Thursday at 5:30 at our Summerlin campus at Roseman University. And I'll be discussing a little bit more about diabetes. So what are the risk factors, as well as if you are diagnosed, what's the management strategies.
I know that number keeps going up and up. So what are the risk factors with type 2 diabetes in particular?
Sure. So one of the risk factors, unfortunately, that's not under our control is family history. So people who are Native American, African American, as well as Asian Americans are at higher risk for having diabetes. So that's unfortunately something we can't change, even though we would like to. So things that are under our control is being sedentary. So being overweight or obese, which is a direct result of not exercising or perhaps not eating the right food, those are usually the main risk factors.
And the scariest part, but maybe the most motivating, is the complications of diabetes. So what are those?
Sure. So some of the complications of diabetes, people will usually ask, what's the big deal that my sugar is high? But over long term, if your sugar is constantly high in the body, think about what happens in the body. It damages your blood vessels as well as your nerves. So some of the more serious concerns of long-term uncontrolled diabetes is having a stroke or having a heart attack, as well as kidney disease, because the kidneys are constantly on overdrive trying to filter out that sugar.
I consider myself pretty healthy, and then I got a blood test a few years ago and they said, you're borderline. I couldn't believe it. So you really need to get checked out. But what about management?
Yep. So there's 3 things that are important for management. Number 1 is exercise. And I think when people think exercise, they think I need to start running half marathons. And that's not really the case. So I think all of us are a little bit guilty of being sedentary. I know I sit at my desk for hours at a time without moving. So even getting that 5-minute of a walk-in every hour or so, that's a really good place to start.
And one of the parts in the management, especially when it comes to Mika here, who is, guys, just thrilled to be on TV right now. Stephanie, tell me a little bit about how dogs like Mika, with more energy, at times are helping patients with diabetes.
They're helping patients in that they are specifically trained to detect their oncoming diabetes. So if a drop in low blood sugar or a high, they're trained to either do the lows or the highs or a combination.
How do they know?
We actually use saliva samples.
Really?
So we get saliva samples at the lows, and then where we want them within their diabetic counselors that they've talked to, so they're getting them before they go into a diabetic coma and stuff. And they're most important at nighttime, which is the most serious time.
Okay, so how does the dog detect, because they can kind of warn you that these are happening. How does the dog detect that?
So they have like 5 million nose receptors, more than we do. So they can, easiest way is when you've had a pot of spaghetti at your house, you smell the spaghetti. She smells all the individual.
You said spaghetti. She's like, all right, I'm on it, Mom.
So she smells all those individual ingredients that you've put in there. So their perception of the world is so much better when it comes to smell, and they're able to detect those things. It's because it's a change in your sugar levels that they detect, the ketos.
Wow.
And it's just
incredible.
Yes.
What an incredible tool. What an incredible companion Mika is. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Thanks for waking up there. That is really cool. And you said that her owner trained her in what, 18 to 24 months?
18 to 24 month process from start to finish.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, Mika, you are such a good girl. Thank you for all your services. All right. Roseman University's Neighborhood Health Series is happening on the Summerlin campus this Thursday, February 21st from 5:30 till 7 p.m. It's free, but you need to register. For more information, you can call 702-802-2872, or you can click on speakers.roseman.edu.